everyone, I'm Esther from Essy Cooks, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make a homemade crusty bread using a Dutch oven. Make amazing crusty bread in this, and you don't really have to knead it. It doesn't take a lot of work, it just takes a bit of time. The reason I love using a Dutch oven is because you actually heat it up ahead of time. It's a cast iron, so when you heat that up, it's going to start creating a bit of a steam. It's going to pull the moisture out of the bread, but because we have the lid on, because we have the high heat, it's actually going to create a nice steamy moisturized environment for our bread, so it's going to become nice and elastic, it's going to become nice and moist, and we're going to get that really crusty exterior by removing the lid at the end. So I'm super excited to show you guys how to make a nice delicious crusty bread in a Dutch oven. So let's get started. I'm going to show you how to make this. All right, so I have 1 1/2 cups of lukewarm water here. So we want that to be between 105 degrees Fahrenheit and 115 degrees Fahrenheit. I can kind of tell by the feel, but if you're not sure, just make sure to use a thermometer to check. That's going to be the ideal conditions for our yeast. And then we put in 1 packet of quick instant yeast, one of these little packets here. And to activate my yeast, to proof it, I like to put just a pinch of organic sugar. Now you don't have to, but I find that really helps things come along a little bit faster. I'm just gonna mix that together. That creamy foam on top, that means our yeast is active. It's been about 7 minutes. We can see that nice layer of creamy, foamy, activated yeast on top, so we know the yeast is alive and we are good to go on to the next step. All right, next up we have 3 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. So when I'm getting that flour, I just want to make sure I'm leveling it off nicely. You can just cut that with a knife. Perfect. So 3 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. All right, now next I have 1/2 tablespoon of salt, so I'm going to add that right in, and I'm just going to mix that all together into the flour. And I'm just going to create a nice little well in the flour. So we're just going to kind of push the flour to the sides of the bowl like this. Leave a little bit on the bottom, and we are going to add in our yeast mixture. All right, I'm just going to give that yeast a little stir, my nice little yeast mixture. And I'm going to add this right into that nice well in the dough. Now I'm going to be using my hands, but you can use a spatula. If you're using your hands, just of course make sure that they're super clean. So I'm going to start just folding that flour right in. And we're going to mix this around. We want this to be sort of a wet and sticky dough. So you can wet your hand before you do this to avoid some of the sticking like I'm getting now. But you just want to combine these ingredients until you get a nice wet sticky dough. Now if you're finding it's a little bit dry, you can always add water to it, 1 tablespoon at a time, and vice versa. If it's a bit too sticky, then you can go ahead and just add a tablespoon of flour at a time. You don't want to add too much at a time because this can change quickly. I just want to get this into a nice little dough ball here. I am finding it to be slightly dry, so I am going to put a tablespoon or 2 of water on here just to get, because we do want it to be a bit of a wetter, stickier dough. Right, gonna add a tablespoon of water just so I can get all that dough mixture. You don't really need to knead this too much. We're just kind of mixing it together, and you can see how that 1 tablespoon of water is just perfect for it. We're just shaping this into a ball by kneading it for 30 seconds. You don't need to knead it too much. You can see the consistency, it's sticky, but it's not like overly sticky. So this is exactly what we're looking for. And now we are gonna cover that up and let it rise. All right, now we are gonna just cover this up with a tea towel, and we are gonna allow this to rise in a warm place for 2 to 3 hours. So just make sure it's fairly warm so that this can rise. We want it to at least double in size, so just take note of the size before you cover that up. So 1/2 hour before we are ready to bake our bread, we're actually gonna preheat the Dutch oven. So we're gonna put the Dutch oven into the oven. It's gonna be at 450 degrees for 1/2 hour. Now, we're preheating it, so it's going to be nice and hot when we put the bread in, so make sure you have your oven mitts on when you're ready to pull this out. Okay, so it's been almost 3 hours, so we are going to check here on our dough. So we can see that has definitely more than doubled in size. So now we can just start pounding that down, shaping it into a nice little ball. This is really fast and easy. And then we are gonna pull out our Dutch oven and put it in. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started with that. Okay, I'm just gonna scrape this down. Again, you can use a spatula or your hand. You can see it's sticky, it's sticking to the bottom. Don't worry about that, we want a sticky dough. So all we have to do is just really get all of this dough and just knead it for 1 to 2 minutes to shape it into a nice ball. My Dutch oven is round, so I want this to be fairly round as well. We're gonna sprinkle a little bit of flour, but really you don't have to do a lot of kneading. We're just mostly shaping this into a nice ball shape. Just like this, that is perfect. So I've got a piece of parchment paper that is gonna fit inside the Dutch oven, so I'm gonna be able to pick it up and put it right in. And I'm just gonna cut 2 lines in here just for looks. It just looks so nice. So I'm gonna, don't cut too deep into the dough, maybe 1/2 inch, just to create a nice little design. So myself, I'm gonna do 2 cuts here, but this is, your design is up to you. I am gonna sprinkle the top with just a little dusting of flour. All of this is just gonna add to that nice rustic look. So like you can't mess this up. This bread is so great for beginners because it's gonna have a rustic look anyways. So we are ready now to pull the Dutch oven out of the oven. The Dutch oven is gonna be super hot, so definitely wear your mitts to pull that out of the oven. All right, carefully with this, the lid is hot, everything's hot. So I'm just gonna remove the lid. And I'm gonna carefully place my loaf of bread here right into that preheated Dutch oven. And we are gonna place the lid back on. And we are gonna bake this for 35 minutes with the lid on. And then we're gonna remove the lid to make it crusty. So we're gonna go ahead and put that back in the oven for 35 minutes. All right, now it has been baking for 35 minutes and we just want to take that lid off now. Of course, using your oven mitt here. It's very hot and we are going to put that back in the oven for 5 minutes just to crisp up the top a little bit. You can do it for 5 to 10 minutes, but I think 5 really does the trick. All right, now it's time to pull this out of the oven. Oh, beautiful. And a couple friends decided to pop by at the perfect time, so make sure you stay tuned to see the taste test. And as I always say, this is the hardest part, just we have to let it sit on that cooling rack for at least 10 minutes. Listen to that crunch. I made a compound herb butter, which is so delicious. You can check my recipe for that as well if you like.
Taste test time.
The parsley is pretty strong. Okay, here's one. Lucky person gets this.
Go ahead.
Oh, that's good.
Oh my
Yeah?
god.
Try this little herb. Make sure you like it.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah?
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, let's
Is that
see
just
this.
for the camera or for real?
No, that's 100% real.
I'll do that.
The dough is so soft, eh?
Crispy crust too.
Like it's a perfect crunchy.
Wow. Cheers.
Bread cheers.
Mm.
I could get glutinous
Wow.
over this.
Thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys like this video and you want to see more like this, just make sure you hit that like and subscribe button below.